Chance for 11 Original to beat back the QueenWalkers, who dominated them in the first matchup. What will be the story at the end of the day? I think it's all going to be about this war here and now. We had a 12-12 result from our opening match yesterday, but QueenWalkers edged out with a 3.2% destruction advantage. I'm thinking that all signs point to another really tight one here.
I think you are correct, Woody. We are in for one fantastic war. You can see the Battle Blimp has already taken down the single target Inferno, much like we seen Carbon Fin demonstrate in the previous breakdown. But in this one, we just have the Lava Hound coming across to the Archer Queen. So won't have to use a rage spell, uses the Super Wall Breaker to give him access in towards the Town Hall, and that looks exactly where he is driving the Queen.
A slow start, but remember, he's got a little bit of time here. The general mark that we're looking for is 1 minute with the first stage of the attack, whether it's a Warden Walk or a Queen Walk here. Muffin, with a hybrid army of Hogs and Miners, has once again got that danger on his mind, the possibility of that last second fail looming close, as we just saw a 99% 2-star fail. He's got to move quick and fast now through this top layer, taking down the Town Hall as quickly as he can to set up for the second stage of this raid. But nuking this Barbarian King will be another good blast against the QueenWalkers. Being able to finish off that huge enemy hero is super important. Only has got the Royal Champion and that Archer Queen on the backside bottom, those heroes defending as best they can.
Yes, and we are already 1 minute and 30 seconds into the attack. It is crazy to think, Woody, that previously some of the attacks had 3-starred already. That is the incredibleness we witnessed. But the Hogs and the Miners are driving in from the right-hand side. The Queen now has the single target Inferno locked onto her with the enemy Queen. Ability is popped, but it is all about the Hogs and Miners trying to get down the right-hand side.
I wonder what his plan is for the single target Inferno. Is he going to commit the freeze spell there to protect his queen? Yes, he does. Gets the freeze off, and that's going to give another little bit of leg room for that Archer Queen to stretch out and deal her damage slowly but surely. The Miners and the Hogs have done their job on the right side of the base, tearing through the Eagle Artillery now, and just have to worry about that scatter shot. Drop another freeze. It's a blizzard of destruction as Muffin has got one more chance to prove his worth. A 3-star still in his sights, but only 35 seconds left for cleanup.
The Grand Warden is doing what he can. What an incredible move to take down the scatter shot. But over to the Archer Queen side, there were 3 black bombs which took down the healers. And unfortunately, that leaves the Queen a little bit vulnerable. Looks like he might have struggled on time anyways. It's getting incredibly close though, Woody. 13 seconds. He could still get this one. 10. Oh my word, the Queen is stepping
He's
up.
stretching it real thin. Barbarian slicing away at that gold mine. Archer Queen and Grand Warden, take out the storage! Fire away!
Oh my word!
Got it!
3 stars! Oh.
It's all about destruction on their side now. Akira will be the next attacker. The QueenWalkers have a shot at revenge.
Well, let's not forget, they got 3 stars against 11 Original on the bounce yesterday, and Akira did get the 3-star for QueenWalkers earlier on today, so he is perfect. 2 attacks, 6 stars, and he is looking for the triple on this one as well, sneaking in that Headhunter to try and take down the Barbarian King. We do have Headhunters on defense coming across, which can be devastating to the Archer Queen, but she is clinging on here, Woody, and it looks good moving into the base.
The punishing purloinment of the 3rd star from the QueenWalkers leaves them with justified rage. They're going to have to take that rage and condense it into action, though, now. Akira also going a bit slow off with his Queen charge of his own here. Has got the first stage down, but it's going to be a bit slow with the Miner Hog support. I think that this base is a bit more stretched out than the one that we just saw, so he'll really need that additional firepower from the Siege Barracks coming along the bottom to back up this Barbarian King if he wants to get the job done, Judo.
Yeah, well, with the Super Wall Breaker, he's got good access for the Queen to move along the right-hand side, Barbarian King along the left-hand side with the Hybrid coming straight through the middle of the base. It is performing well at the moment, but out of sight are two Scattershot towards the back end of the base. That is why he is saving the Rage, the Heal. They need to be perfectly placed. Here they come with the Heal initially, trying to keep as many Hogs and Miners moving through, but we have giant bombs going off left, right, and center. I can't even see what is going on in the middle of the base here, Woody.
An alleyway of destruction right behind that town hall led to so many troops falling, but Akira has found his way toward the light at the end of the tunnel, continues to pummel these defenses, and with another rage spell, another freeze spell to shortly follow thereafter, he ought to be able to get another job done. The Archer Queen is down though, and she's the troop who so often is able to get the last blast at these defenses, forcing out the Royal Champion's shield. She doesn't go straight for the Inferno Tower. Will he have enough for cleanup at the end? That last freeze might be just enough to get the job done.
With 40 seconds, I think he has more than enough, Woody. The freeze spell kept the Royal Champion alive. He has troops all over the map. 11 Original thought they had the advantage, but QueenWalkers come right back at them.
Got the emotions pumping just as hard as we feel it back here on the casting stage, and just as their fans do in the chat as well. But there's no pause button on this war. Eve Mark is back to try to get his team on top again against a QueenWalkers squad that is going toe-to-toe with 11 Original. They are both down in the lower bracket and are fighting for their lives. Elimination looms large for whichever team fails to get more stars this time around.
Yes, and they are both coming out swinging. A wide approach from Eve Mark here, taking down a lot of buildings in the center, including the Clan Castle with the lightning spells. Then has his heroes coming in from each and every direction. He actually 3-starred against the QueenWalkers with this exact strategy yesterday. And this is quite an incredible start, Woody. The left-hand side of the base is virtually gone.
Archer Queen, with her ability, has got a couple of really important targets ahead of her. The Royal Champion, Inferno Tower, and maybe even a little bit of chip damage on the Scattershot out back if she can. But dang, that's a lot of splash damage dumped right onto her. Even with that Royal Cloak ability up, she can still take damage even if she can't be targeted. Eve Mark misses out on an opportunity to get a bigger hit in there, but I think that he's well justified out the early stage of that strike in the damage that he was able to get in so far. Lava Loons are coming in, but a couple of sneaky Teslas out the bottom right corner are going to cause some trouble for them, forcing out that haste spell. He catches the Seeking Air Mine, and just as those Lava Hounds pop, I'm still worried about the air defense out back, Judo.
Yes, and he's already used the Grand Warden's ability with 2 scatter shots over towards that area as well. He's trying to force some balloons in towards the southern air defense, as you mentioned, Woody, trying to send balloons in from each and every direction to the scatter shot. Oh, but they are taking them down incredibly fast. Can they get to the back end scatter shot? That one minion distracting one strike could be huge. They are getting closer, but it is on a knife edge right now.
Such an incredibly valuable offensive troop just to distract one little hit from the Scattershot. Remember, the Scattershot can splash damage on every troop behind it, but it can't hit anything that's directly on top of it. And that's what we see right now. Eve Mark delivers the final blow, drops the bomb. 3 Walkers won't go down that easily. They've beaten 11 Original before. They've come from the top side of the bracket and have descended down into the underworld now, where they face off against this 3-headed beast. Can Cerberus be chained and restrained? Stadra from QueenWalkers will be the next to give it his shot.
He steps up to the plate. Who will be the first team to crack? Stadra starting out with his Grand Warden walk to the left-hand side. He could actually reach the town hall here. Potentially that is what he is going for, but he would be using a lot of time, Woody, and we do know how valuable that can be.
Wardenwalk going a bit slowly, but able to capture the Town Hall early on is a big, valuable boon for Stadra. Not having to worry about the Town Hall means that the possibility of that 1-star fail is off the table, and he can focus on destroying as many buildings as possible. Only 4 Yetis, a bit light on the tanking out in front, but 7 Bowlers and 3 Witches means that this heavy damage comp is going to rely on those heroes. The Barbarian King out in front to tank blows for these big blasts. A P.E.K.K.A. going to storm out of the siege barracks right off the bat, and an Ice Skull kill him, as well with the main pack here to try to block and freeze up any defenses that are so churlish as to try to fire away at this squad.
Yes, and I love the use of the Witches over with the Barbarian King as well. You can see the line of defenses just on the inside of the walls that will allow the skeletons in order to try and help take them down. Grand Warden's ability nicely protects the Yetis in the center, but the one scatter shot down to the south of your screen is doing a lot of damage, and he takes down the Grand Warden, which is huge because it means the troops now don't have the HP boost.
This Archer Queen in a really tight spot now doesn't have the support of the healers who have switched off onto the Yeti, and now she's getting burnt up by an Inferno Tower, has to wriggle out of that awkward position, but still has her ability to use on the backside. Because of the way that this splash damage focuses fire on big clumps, it tends to kind of whittle down the raid until you get this one last position here that Stadra is relying on, leaning on with all of his weight, hoping that it can hold on despite not even having a Grand Warden to provide the life aura. There still is a lot left to say about these witches, those spawning skeletons all over the map, but taking a giant bomb here and some splash damage there, they're not looking too healthy. Only 36 seconds left and still so much base to cover, Judo.
Still so much base, but Stadra is dealing with this like the professional we know he is, saving onto the hero abilities until the last moment. Getting the single target Inferno down was huge, Woody, and saving onto the Royal Champion's ability. Notice that one little archer as well, out of range, trying to help with the buildings, saving the Royal Champion shield. It is going to come down right to the wire again. 95 with 5 seconds left. Are we going to get it? Oh my word, 99!
Royal Champion tosses the spear! It's in the hole! Stadra's